What if you could give a farm a crystal ball, a way to actually see into the future, predict exactly how big the harvest will be, and maybe even stop disasters before they ever happen? Well, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. It's a real technological revolution that's changing one of the oldest things we do as humans, farming.
So it all starts with this one wild question. Can a farm have a living digital clone? I mean, a perfect copy that exists only in a computer, but mirrors every single thing happening out in the real world, from a single drop of rain to how every single plant is growing?
And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. But this is not some static blueprint. We're talking about a dynamic, virtual copy that can actually run simulations of the future. It gives farmers this incredible power to change their harvest before a single seed is even in the ground. And this amazing technology, it's called a digital twin.
Now, to really get why this is such a massive game changer, we first have to understand the enormous challenge that farmers have always been up against. It's always been a high-stakes gamble with nature itself.
You know, for literally centuries, farming has been this constant battle against uncertainty. You've got unpredictable weather, sudden pest attacks, diseases that can just wipe out an entire season's work in a flash. Success has always come down to a mix of deep experience, a lot of intuition, and, let's be honest, a fair amount of guesswork.
But what if we could take that guesswork and just get rid of it? Well, that is the incredible promise of the digital twin, to turn farming from an art that's based on gut feelings into a precise science that's driven by hard data.
Okay, so what exactly is a digital twin? Think of it as a living, virtual replica of a real physical farm. And living is the absolute key word here. This is not just some fancy 3D map. It's a dynamic model that is constantly being fed real-time data, which lets it mirror what's happening right now and, even more importantly, predict what's going to happen next.
And this really gets to the heart of what makes it different. A simple digital model, that's static, kind of like a blueprint. A digital twin, on the other hand, is alive and interactive. Data is constantly flowing from the real farm to its virtual copy, and then the insights from that copy are used to make better decisions back on the real farm. It's this continuous loop of data and improvement.
So, how in the world do you actually build this powerful virtual farm? Well, it's definitely not magic. It's a really sophisticated process that all starts with harvesting something new: data.
The whole process really breaks down into 4 main stages. First, you have data collection, where you're grabbing information from every corner of the farm. Next is AI analysis, where smart algorithms search through all that data for hidden patterns. From there, the system makes predictions about the future. And finally, all those insights are used for optimization, which helps guide the decisions back on the physical farm.
And the data collection is just relentless. You've got these little IoT sensors. Think of them like tiny digital nerves stuck right in the soil, tracking things like moisture, temperature, and nutrient levels 24/7. Then, flying overhead, you have drones and satellites taking pictures, analyzing plant health using metrics like NDVI, which is basically just a fancy way of measuring how healthy a plant is from the sky. And all of that gets layered with super detailed weather data to build a complete picture.
This is where the AI brain kicks in. All of that massive amount of data flows into machine learning algorithms. So for instance, a convolutional neural network, or a CNN, is perfect for scanning all those drone images, looking for tiny changes in leaf color that could signal a problem. At the same time, other algorithms are digging through all the soil and weather data, finding connections a human could never spot. And the best part? The system is always learning, getting smarter with every new piece of information it gets.
So once this AI brain has processed all of this information, it can do something truly incredible. It can actually see the future. This is where the real power of the digital twin gets unlocked.
And just how accurate is it? Well, studies are showing that these systems can predict the final crop yield with up to 98% accuracy. Just think about that for a second. A farmer can know with almost total certainty how much they're going to harvest months ahead of time. That changes everything, from how you plan logistics to how you line up sales.
But its power goes way beyond just predicting a good year. The real magic is in its ability to predict the bad stuff. What if a major drought is in the forecast for next month? Or what if the conditions are becoming perfect for a huge pest outbreak? Well, the digital twin can run thousands of what-if scenarios. A farmer can literally simulate the impact of that drought and test out different watering strategies in the virtual world to see which one works best, all without risking a single real plant.
It lets them go from being reactive, dealing with the disaster after it happens, to being proactive and getting ready for risks long before they ever show up.
All this predictive power isn't just some cool tech demo. It leads to real, tangible results on the ground. It creates a truly data-driven harvest. And the numbers really do speak for themselves. Reports are showing that farms using this tech can boost their yields by about 10 to 15%. And at the same time, they're cutting their costs on things like water and fertilizer by 15 to 20%. They are literally growing more food with less. There's this quote from the research that just perfectly sums up the whole idea. It says, "The digital twin changes crop yield prediction from guessing based on experience to calculating based on scientific data." It's a total shift in thinking.
So, what does a smarter harvest actually look like in practice? It means you're using the exact right amount of water and fertilizer. No more, no less. It means you know the absolute perfect moment to harvest, to cut down on waste. And it means you can plan your logistics and sales way better, which all adds up to more efficient and more sustainable farming for all of us.
And all of this leads to one final, really thought-provoking question. As technology like the digital twin becomes more common, is the future of farming going to be less about the dirt under our fingernails and more about the data in the cloud? It's a profound shift, and it is happening right now.